All right, guys, welcome back. Another quick update on this guy. I know it's been a minute. I've been having to do a lot of stuff around the house. I'm just trying to get everything, like from all this. I had a lot of stuff in here, and I had to move it all out. And I've kind of gone through the process of getting rid of a lot of stuff and not really bringing it back in here. It's a crazy what you accumulate over just a few years. So I've been kind of cleaning house per se, and I had a lot of to-do list things around the house to get ready for getting the pool going and things like that. So I've been really busy trying to get all that stuff done, and I've been trying to organize the shop a little bit, which it doesn't look like it, but it's kind of an organized chaos right now. I had to clean everything on that side, get my shelving slash scaffolding kind of unboxed and get the boxes out here. So that side is good, and this is kind of like the last little bit I've got to kind of deal with. And if anybody wants it, I've got a bunch of the Skymaster air tanks that come with the Viper Jet that I'm not going to use. I've got 2 MAP 4-ounce high flow UATs that are used, that were in old jets, that I'm not going to use. I think I have a 2-ounce one, and I have a landing gear controller, a T1 landing gear controller. So if anybody wants any of that stuff, you can have it. If you want to donate something and just pay shipping, or whatever you want to give me for it is fine. Just at least pay for the shipping on the items that you might want, and I'll send them to you. And if you want to throw in a couple bucks, that's up to you, but that's not mandatory. So just let me know, hit me up in the comments, and I'll get back to you, or shoot me a message, I'll send you whatever you would like. Anyways, so back to this guy. I haven't done much. Like I said, it's looking almost like it was last time I did a video. So I've kind of got my UAT mount done. It's just some real light ply and kind of balsa type stuff. It's just almost looks like a Z, and it's just glued in to the top of the center frame. And if I need to take the wing off, I just undo the Velcro, and the UAT stays in the jet and the wing comes off. Same for this stuff here. I added this little guy. Just drilled a hole, put a rubber grommet, and ran my 8mm tubing through this. I'm gonna mention something that I'm sure there's always... So there's a couple things in the turbine world, just like any other airplane, heli, these reoccurring topics that are never ending. For one, so this is speaking turbines, turbine oil. It's the great debate, right? Turbine oil, everybody knows about it. This and that, what to use, what not to use. Mine's better, yours is better. I don't give a crap about any of that. I just know I stick to the manual, and there's more than one way to skin a cat when it goes to oil. It's whatever you prefer. What I will say is, with Zycoy, stick to the percentage it recommends. I don't know why people are so stuck with using more oil. I'm like, you'd think, as expensive as that shit is, you would want to use less oil, but people are just lazy and want to do 1 quart per 5 gallons versus doing 4% in 5 gallons. 5% so 5% on 5 gallons is 1 quart of oil. People just want to be easy about it, and most of the other manufacturers say 5%, but it is too much oil. It's too much oil for every turbine out there. I guarantee. I've seen people that say, "Oh, you can't do that with a King Tech. Oh, you'll void your warranty." I was like, "Okay, whatever. You void the warranty." But I know people that run 3 1/4, 3.5, 4% King Tech oil with King Tech motors, and they're just fine. Been doing it for years. Things like that. So Zycoy is a 4%, and I recommend you staying to that. Can you run more? Sure. Yeah, go for it. It's your motor. But will you get more buildup? Possibly. You may not. But I've seen it with the 45s, and if you're using diesel, I highly recommend you stick to 4% or less. Anyway, so great debate. Oil. All right. What's the other one with UATs? Use them, don't use them. Are they worthless? They're designed for older motors. Like, no, it's a bubbles are bubbles. You know, you can get a little glitch and cause your motor shut down. Yeah, we have auto restart. Great. Okay, cool. Yeah. If it works, it works. And I've seen people that it saves their model, and there's that debate too. Should I turn it on? Because what if there's an issue and it causes a fire? Well, the way auto start really works, if there's an error and actually a fault, it's not going to do it. It's usually for just the little little air bubble or little hiccup that you get, and it saves people. So if you don't ever turn it on, it can't help you. That's my thought on it. And then what else? Oh, UATs, like I said, clunks, don't use them. Filtered clunks, I wouldn't recommend using filtered clunks because I've seen what it does. I've seen them get particles into pumps and ruin pumps and clog filters. And then there's the other one. I don't even run filters because I'm using a felt clunk. I don't use filters, period. I'm like, well, I know I filter my fuel going into my fuel jug. I filter it coming out of my fuel jug. I have a UAT that has a filter in it, and I still run the filter on the motor because, one, I've seen what people have sent me, and I've gotten, you would not believe what comes. I don't know how it gets past the filters, but it does. So that's all I'm going to say about that. And people are like, oh, don't use plastic filters. Well, the Festo filters are just fine. This is an 8mm. The 300 come with a 6, but I'm using the 8mm because this is an 8mm line. The step down is under here, which drops down to 6, and 6 runs into the pump. So I just decided to use 8mm. And the thing about a filter is even though these have a directional flow on them, technically, from what I understand, it's better to have the flow where the particles build up on the outside of the filter versus inside, because they can be compacted more. There's more surface area on the outside. That's kind of the principle on that. Do what you want. I don't care. I've done it both ways. I've done it before. Oh, that's another thing. Before and after the pump with your filter. Everybody says, no, don't put it before or after because it could pop and blow and well, I've never seen that happen either. At least when it's on a suction side, if it leaks, it sucks air, you flame out versus spitting fuel out. Okay, whatever, there's that, but I've never seen it happen. People said they've had these leak. Well, they're designed to be put only on the suction side. I would never put the plastic on a pressure side, which is the outgoing part of the pump. If you're going to do pump a filter on the outgoing side, which is the pressure side, I recommend a metal, and always try to get it as vertical as possible, because air bubbles, no matter what you do, they will still get through here. They will accumulate in little areas. They accumulate in the pump. So if you can mount your pump vertically, great. If you can't, no big deal. But even though they're designed not to do that, it still happens. It still happens. I don't know how, but it does. Anyway, so those are some of the things. But anyway, so it's in there. The pump is now hooked up. And you can see the 4mm outline going to the motor. This is coming out here. If I need the bottom tank, I will just disconnect this and plug it into that one, and then do the proper plumbing for that bottom tank. Hopefully I don't need it, but we'll see after I run it and what kind of fuel I get, flight time I get. Because I'm not a guy that flies 10 minutes. I'm usually a 6 to 8 minute kind of guy, and if I can get 8 minutes on a timer and land with, a quarter of a tank or less, or a little less than a quarter of a tank, I'm fine with that. So yeah, so that's where I'm at. I am ready to put the tail on. I just haven't done it because it gets really big when you do that. I do need to run my fire sleeve, flame sleeve, just heat sleeve over this area through here, because this is kind of your hot section. So at least need to get it to about halfway down the turbine. That's all I'm going to kind of cover the wires, and they're going to come up, be covered here. all the way up to here. I'll take some ceramic blanket and cover probably down that way as well. Kind of like I did in the tail, if you guys remember. Use the ceramic blanket, glued it in, and also put some aluminum tape to kind of help secure everything everywhere. So, all right, so that is it. I'm exhausted, man. Today was my office day. Tuesdays, I hate it. It's the only day I have to go in the office, but I have to get up at like 5 something to be there by 6:30. Oh, sorry. Yeah, and I'm kind of tired, so I came home and had to do some stuff. Do the honey-do list for the wife. You know, finish her Mother's Day stuff up in her little reading room, and I did some stuff out in the pool. Kind of vacuumed it again, things like that. So I'm kind of tired. And oh yeah, and so I don't know if you guys remember the whole little mouse nest in the wing. Well, I'm sitting in here and I thought I heard it before, but tonight I confirmed it. That damn mouse is in my ceiling. And I got up there, that's why this ladder's there. I got up there a little while ago and was kind of walking around. I saw some mouse droppings and didn't see him chewing anything, but what I realized from hearing him just after I got back down is he is under the insulation and running across the drywall. That's what I'm hearing, the feet. So yeah, I can probably go buy some stuff, but I'm gonna call a professional on this because that little bastard has got to go. That's all that AC stuff up there and wiring for them to chew on. Not playing that game. You know, I probably could go get some stuff and, you know, killing myself, but this particular thing, just because I want to get it done and make sure it's done and fast, I might call the professional on it. But anyways, damn little field mouse is all it is. You'd think with the heat up there, but I guess that's why he's under the insulation. Smart little guy. But anyway, so this is what I've got done tonight. This light stuff here, I got to finish running wires. These are the wires for the tail. That's what's coming out here. I just have to make leads and they plug right in. This guy's going to be mounted right here. This lead's going to come out and go back down and go forward, and the battery will just plug into the tray up there somewhere or wherever I need to put the batteries for CG. And then I'll have 2 leads coming out, going up to my 2 receivers, 1 on each side, and get this ran forward. This is the turbine battery, and I will have to run a throttle lead and the telemetry lead for this. And if I want to, and the GSU, sorry, not GCU, GSU, especially if I'm going to mount it in the nose. I typically don't do that if I got telemetry, but if I need more weight in the nose, I may go ahead and do it just because it kind of looks cool. And it's not all that heavy. I am trying to keep this light because I'm hoping I can get it under LMT1 rules. You know, as crazy as big as it is, that's the plan. And I know I'm going my way on. What am I at now? Let's see here. Ooh, 13 minutes. Okay, yeah, so that's it. And sorry guys, I'm not doing any kind of live work stuff. It's just hard to do when you're kind of in this stage because a lot of it's me sitting back thinking about it and trying this, moving this. Oh, I don't like that, and it would take too long trying to do a live video. But I'll do some live videos on the SU-27 for sure. And I just thought of something else too. So remember that I was talking about this. I'm going to cover this area. Well, I did get that. I can't remember if I did a video on it or not, but I did get the foam board I was talking about that I use. I use this stuff originally for baffles in airplanes. It's great. It's just this, you can get it at Michael's, and it's flexible. It's foam. You can glue it. If it touches heat, it just kind of melts to shape, and they call it foam sheet. And I got a black, and these are 1/4 inch, I believe, yeah. And I got a black and a white. I'm going to use the black. I'll just trace out that area and cut it out. It's very light, and I'll just glue it right there or tack it in there. So if I need to move it out of the way, I can. I'll probably just put some little goop to hold it in. It'll cover up the tank. It'll cover the back side of that cockpit area that's kind of open, and just make it look nice. It'll be black, and then the canopy's obviously going to be here. So. But I'm getting there, guys. I'm trying to finish this up. I still have a lot to do this week to get ready for our weekend kind of little beginning of summer party that we're doing. But I'm trying to get this pretty much done, kind of in the same state that that one's in. And then these will kind of be ready for CGing and final setup at that point, because I have a trip January going to Italy, or in June going to Italy. I have to go to Savannah next week for work. So I'm rapidly running out of time before Kentucky Jets. Because my trip to Italy ends up running into like July 4th. So still trying to get to the SU. That's the plan, to get it done for Kentucky. But if that doesn't happen, I'll 100% have it for Georgia. So anyways, you guys have a good one. Sorry for the long-winded video. If you got any comments, and like I said, if you want any of those items I talked about, just shoot me a message. And like I said, just shipping's all I really would ask for them, you know, for those items. If you want to give me more for them, whatever you think. So you guys have a good one. Cheers.